welcome back. Thank you so much for watching all of my cruise vlogs. If you haven't done that, there's a whole load of P&O Iona Norwegian Fjords cruise vlogs to watch. I'll link them down below. But if you've never seen me before, hi, I'm Amy. I do Disney vlogs and other travel vlogs. So follow along to see what adventures we get up to. But today, I'm not talking about the cruise. I'm talking about our next pretty big adventure. We are off to Walt Disney World. Yay! We're going very soon. We're going in a few days. By the time you see this video, we will be on our trip. And we have got a big trip planned this time. Because we haven't really been since COVID, etc. My husband, Matt, who you'll see in the vlogs, he came in February when we went, but we had almost a 4-year hiatus on travel because of COVID. We're making up for that. So we have got a lot planned. We're packing in as much as we can on this trip and it's going to be amazing. So there'll be myself, Amy, my husband Matt and my son Eli. And we love Disney. So as you know, I like to waffle. I've got it written down. We are doing 12 nights at Saratoga Springs. Now, Saratoga Springs is the resort that is behind Disney Springs, and you can see it across the lake from Disney Springs. We are staying in a deluxe studio preferred. Now, it is a DVC resort, so Disney Vacation Club. We are DVC members. We have points that we are using for this stay. We are staying there. The main reason we chose that resort because it's close to Disney Springs and we've never done that before. We've always been close to a park or in a villa off-site. So we're really, really looking forward to being able to spend a bit more time at Disney Springs and enjoying the restaurants and it being literally on the doorstep of our resort. That is going to be a big perk. Also, Saratoga Springs is fairly close to Hollywood Studios and Epcot as well. So that will be nice. It's certainly going to be different. It's a different type of resort. Our last stay, if you haven't seen that, I'll link it down below. We stayed at the Grand Floridian in a Big Pine Key resort studio room. So this room we are staying in will be fairly similar. It will have a mini kitchen, it has 2 beds, one of which is the Murphy pull-down bed. We're really looking forward to it, but that's not all. We're also staying 1 night at Universal. We've chosen to stay at Lowe's Royal Pacific Hotel. Now, we're kind of doing this so that we can get express passes, but we knew we wanted to do 2 days at Universal. So it kind of makes sense for us to just go and stay there for the night and not have to come back and not tracking backwards and forwards from a Disney resort. And also, I booked that through Nectar Points. So I've been saving Nectar Points up for it feels like forever, maybe a couple of years, but I had enough points to put a significant chunk down on the room. It's actually worked out really well. Doing that in the middle of the Saratoga Springs stay, that's not all. After we've stayed at Saratoga Springs, we are moving over to the Grand Floridian. And the Grand Floridian is our home DVC resort. If you don't know what home resort is, when you buy DVC points, you choose which resort you're going to buy your points at, and that's called your home resort. Grand Floridian is our home resort. And this time, we're staying in a 1-bedroom standard view villa, and that's in the DVC building. Last time we were in the Big Pine Key building, now we're in the DVC building. And that is behind the main pool, so the busier pool, the one with the slide. We're really, really looking forward to that. We've chosen to stay in a 1-bed villa at the end of the holiday rather than the beginning. One, we have more space, so we'll probably spend a bit more time at the resort towards the end of the holiday. But also we get a full kitchen and laundry facilities, which, if you know and you saw the last video, we did our laundry on holiday. I know it's not for some people, but that's what we did. We honestly couldn't be more excited to stay back at the Grand Floridian. We absolutely loved it in February and really, really looking forward to going back home. Disney is literally like a second home to us. We've spent an awful lot of time there over the years. We've been going for 13 years, pretty consistently. Obviously a little bit of a break in COVID and obviously a little bit of a break when we had our son as well, but we've been going a couple of times a year for as long as we could go. in total, we have got 24 days. Now, I know I said 12 days at Saratoga and 12 days at Grand Floridian and 1 at the Universal Hotel, but we're doing the Universal one whilst we're staying at Saratoga Springs. It just worked out that it was better that way rather than checking completely out with all of our luggage going to Universal. We're just going to have to take an overnight bag and have one night when we're not staying at Disney, which is absolutely fine, works really well for us. We are also hiring a car, and we hire a car because we like the freedom. We've been to Florida so many times now that there are many places that are not on Disney property that we like to go to. And we like the freedom of not having to get on a bus some days as well. Now, Matt is disabled, and some days standing around waiting for a bus just isn't the right thing for us. So we're hiring a car, and we have hired a standard SUV. So that's, you normally get a compact, a mid-size and a standard SUV, and then you get the more premium SUVs. And we've hired that through Alamo. Now, we've booked it through Discount Florida Car Hire, or Andy at Discount Florida Car Hire, as most people know. We've got a really good price on that, and I've basically tracked that price all the way through. Felt like twice a week for weeks, months even, and I felt like we got a really, really good price, and I've only seen it come down to that same price once, and that was about 6 weeks before our trip. So if you're looking and you're doing something last minute, 6 weeks seems to be the sweet spot, or really, really far out. Up to you. Depends what you want to do. We are flying out from Manchester, and we are going to Orlando International Airport, or MCO as most people know it. And this will be the first time Matt's flown back into MCO. We flew Tampa last time, so first time since COVID, and probably since all the building work kind of calmed down from before COVID. So it's going to be really interesting to see MCO again, especially for Matt. We are flying Virgin. We are flying Virgin Upper Class, and that is on the A350 1000. So it's not quite the newest plane. The Neo, the A330-900 Neo is their newest plane. It's the one that's just before that plane, and we're flying on the leisure configuration, which is the configuration where it only has 16 upper class seats and no bar area, as opposed to the other configuration I think has 30 something seats, a lot bigger in upper class. We booked these flights quite a while ago, so we wanted to use our reward seats and our points as well. And if you know, it's really difficult to get seats like that, so you have to book out 11 months in advance as soon as they become available. So we've had these booked for quite a while. We also booked our resort stays 11 months out in advance as well, because when you're a DVC owner, you get to book your home resort 11 months out. So we originally booked the whole thing at Grand Floridian, and then we moved it around a bit and booked the first part at Saratoga at the 7-month mark, when you can book at any resort, not just your home resort. So that's how we have planned out our holiday. The other things we're doing at Manchester Airport, we're using the Manchester meet and greet for our car parking. We're also going to the airport the night before. We're staying at the Premier Inn, Runger Lane South, I think it's called. We're doing that just so we're not rushing around the day trying to get to the airport, etc., and just to take the stress away a bit. Now, it really wasn't expensive. It was about £50 for the night, which we've stayed there before as well, so we know it's okay. As you can see from a 24-day trip, we have a lot of things planned for this trip. Some really exciting things, because there's lots of new things that we've never done, and we're gonna have an amazing time. So we are doing Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Believe it or not, it starts in August, and we're not going to the very first one, but we're going to one of the early ones. We are also doing a DVC Moonlight Magic event, and that is a private event, after hours event at Hollywood Studios. They do them at the other parks as well. This one is at Hollywood Studios for DVC members, and we were lucky enough to be able to get reservations for that. It is like a lottery trying to get the tickets for it, and we've somehow managed to do it. That is going to be super exciting. I've never been to one of the DVC events, and I hear nothing but good things about them, so I'm really, really looking forward to that. Some other things that we're going to be doing is obviously Disney parks. We're annual pass holders because it makes sense, because we knew we were having 2 trips in 1 year. It makes perfect sense for us. We unfortunately still have to make reservations as annual pass holders, or the UK ticket, 14-day tickets, don't need to do that, and I wish they'd get rid of it, but we got to book all of our days. We didn't have a problem with that. Because we're staying on Disney property, it meant that we could just book all of our reservations for the whole holiday. The other thing that we're gonna have, which is new, they have just changed the Genie Plus service to be Lightning Multi-Pass. So that's a whole different thing. Now, looking at it, for me, it feels like it's gone back to the old FastPass system, but you pay for it. The old FastPass system, you're supposed to book 3 FastPasses in advance, and this is pretty much what this is. 1 from one tier, 2 from the second tier. So we're going to have that to deal with as well. Now, because we're there for such a long time, we don't know whether we're actually going to need to use it. I think this is going to be a play it by ear thing. We've certainly got enough time to book for like the end of the holiday if we decided we wanted to do that. We might do it for a day and see how it works, etc. And you can follow along with that. We've got lots of dining reservations booked. There are lots at Disney Springs because we're staying so close to Disney Springs. But we're also doing a few other resort dining reservations this time as well. I won't spoil which resorts we're going to go and see, etc. But there's going to be some real fun had. I think my family, Matt and Eli, we're all looking forward to this holiday so much. Going in August it's the first time we've gone in August. We've pretty much covered every other month of the year, bar July. We've always avoided July and August because it's the summer holidays and it's hot. But having a child in school, you all know it's difficult to get more than a week anywhere, really. We've decided to book in August, deal with the heat, and it means we can have a longer stay. It's going to be fantastic. Fingers crossed we don't get any hurricanes, because Debbie has literally just been through. I don't want that to happen to us, but if it does, I'm sure, Disney will be absolutely fine. It's going to be hot. Did I say that? I don't do well in the heat. I'm going to be a sweating, dripping mess, probably. I apologise if that's what I'm like every day. Follow along for all the adventures we're going to have. It's going to be a fun-packed holiday. Lots of things going on. And obviously there's going to be lots and lots of vlogs. Lots of time for you to get your fill of Disney if you're not going on a trip yet or you're waiting to go on your trip. When you're seeing this video, we will be on our trip. So leave some comments. Is there things you want me to do, see, look at? I'll do my best whilst we're away. This vlog will come out whilst we are there. There will be a little bit of a break between this vlog and the start of the Florida vlog. So I do apologise, there's going to be a gap. Unfortunately, I work full time. It's just one of those things that I can't cram another few hours of editing into my schedule, unfortunately, other than this video. I think it's going to be worth the wait. Follow along, like, subscribe for all the good stuff, and we'll see you real soon.